there's a lot of upgrades, and I guess once people get to play him,
okay, then let's have a look at the replays.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mind if we swap places?
Yeah, let's swap some.
oh.
Okay, so this is the beta, and it has some serious bugs. I'm afraid this beta crashes once in a while, as you just saw. It particularly does so when you start a replay. So not all replays that are recorded in this version of the beta will work yet. We discovered that literally 2 hours ago, so we haven't had time yet to investigate that. So whenever it crashes, I just pretend that it didn't. Usually works. Okay, so
these are all the saved replays, right?
Yeah, this is the replay menu. As you can see, there's a new button here in the main menu. It says replays. Press that. These are all the replays on my hard disk at the moment. Yeah, so at the moment replays are only on your own hard disk. You can share them by emailing them to people or something like that, but we don't have a server yet that stores them. That's coming, but it's not done yet. So this is a replay we recorded earlier, and let's have a look at it.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Oh, that's a little...
Yeah, there's a little bit of bugs in the interface here. The pink thing is not supposed to be here, but this is a replay. It is playing. Let's have a look over here. Oh, there's the drop pods coming in. Look, it's people moving towards the shop. So as you can see, the replay shows what upgrades people are buying. You can hover over them to see what they are.
Tooltips.
Tooltips, yes. It even shows the chat. I hope the people who played didn't say too many nasty things in the chat today, because we're going to see all of that. Maybe I should just turn it off. Oh.
No, the chat's really safe.
The chat's safe?
Yeah,
you sure?
Yeah, we're 100%
sure. So, yeah, I can look around. I can freely zoom in, zoom out. We can follow characters. Let's say we follow Froggy over here.
So you just click on the character and then it follows?
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's hotkeys for everything. So you can even play it without using your mouse.
Yeah, you can also, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the characters, right?
Yeah.
Yes, like this. Yeah, there's also a mode where it automatically switches what character we're following after a while. So now it's looking at Ted McPain, and in a while it'll automatically switch to someone else. Oh, it switched to Froggy, who is dead. It's someone else who's also dead.
There were a lot of people dead at that moment.
Maybe it should check for that. So, yeah, we can look around. We can go through the time. So if I click here, then I can just skip and say, well, let's have a look what happened at 20 minutes. So now we're really far into the game. As you can see, people are chatting about pro plays and bro plays. Let's pretend that's a really good joke. Yeah, so we can scrub around. Another really neat feature is that I can turn the speed up. Whee!
Then Froggy is even faster than he usually is.
Yes. So you can play with the playback speed, but you can also do that the other way around. It's super slow, Froggy. So finally, he's not OP anymore.
So those really cool plays you make, you can just watch them in slow motion. And yeah, make some cool videos if you want.
Whenever something awesome happens, you can also press this button to go back 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, like that. And you can also go back 30 seconds, so skip in big steps.
So if you want to replay just a short, if you're streaming this and you want to give some feedback on a heavy fight, then you can press the button and go 10 seconds back and
just watch the fight again.
Yeah, indeed, that's the point. So these replays are really small. This one is only about 2.5 megabytes on disk, I think, and it's going to be a little bit smaller in the final version still, but it's already really small. Well, another feature we haven't shown yet, I can press here,
which is really cool. I think this is also a really cool feature, and it's going to help out people who commentate matches and analyze replays on like YouTube or something. It's going to help out a lot, I think.
Yeah, we hope we'll get a lot more matches on YouTube with good commentary that really show the awesomeness of the match instead of just following one character all the time, which was a problem so far with anyone who streamed Awesomenauts.
Yeah.
Well, if the one you're following dies, then you basically don't have a view on the map on the match for 20 seconds, things like that.
Yeah.
So there's a button over here for stats. These are the kill death stats at the moment. We don't have that many yet. There will be a lot more in a later patch, but this is probably it for the current version.
So you got current solar that shows the amount of solar the characters have at the moment. You have total solar, so you can see what the cumulative or the total amount of solar is that the players have
gathered throughout the match. Yeah,
exactly. And you can see what the items are per character.
Yeah.
What you see here is the custom view where you can choose which settings you want to see.
Yeah, that's
which
pretty cool.
Stats. That's going to be more interesting when we have a lot more of them. But right now you can already combine freely.
Yeah, and as you can see, you can just pop out another window with different stats, so you can compare them side to side, which is really handy if you just want to compare two stats really quickly instead of having to browse through the drop down and just go back and forth.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, there's information on what's what.
It's always handy.
in the stats, you can also look at the information for every upgrade.
So you can hover over tooltips.
And this is the build order as well, right? So from left to right, it's the order in which they bought the items. So you can watch it. You can look at people's skill build and see what they favor above which upgrade.
Yeah, so you see that if you're early in the match, then it's only a few, and if you click through, then it becomes a lot more.
A pretty long list. Yeah, you can just mouse over to see what the upgrades do.
Yeah.
And what's that last button? You can hide the interface as well, right? Oh yeah, the playback interface. So you just have a pretty clean view of the battle.
Yeah, and
it's
you can
really
also
nice.
move a lot of stuff around, so I can grab this and put it somewhere else. So, yeah. Let's see whether they're giving us any interesting chat messages.
Can you actually click on the minimap or not?
No, that's not in yet.
Ah.
So if you look at the minimap, there's also a border, a square for where you're actually watching at the moment, what's in your screen. And if you zoom in and out, it scales as well, so you always know where you are. Ooh.
There's a fairy that just came by and that whispered something in our ears. The fairy is called Olivier, and he said that if you press Alt-G, the entire interface disappears.
Well,
except for this buggy part over here. So, yeah, this is beta. It still has a lot of problems. We're still working on that. It also, one of the most noticeable issues is that quite a lot of sounds don't play yet in replays. Yeah. Shoots and things like that play most of the sound, but for example, Leon hitting someone doesn't play at all yet, I think. So we have some final things that still need to come in before this can be launched.
Yeah. So it's still work in progress. It's pretty far. It's a lot of things are done, as you can see, but there still needs to be some work done. So,
and testing this in the beta will help us with gathering all the information on bugs and then problems with the replays as well.
Yeah.
And so
this is so we can make it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, especially we're especially interested in any issues you find with any specific skills that don't show correctly. Yeah, because it's difficult to test every upgrade and everything with here internally with replays. So there might be one or two upgrades that don't show correctly. One that I know about is that Sentry's black hole doesn't record yet. So you see people floating in the air and going towards it and getting damaged, but you don't see the actual thing.
At least they turn purple, so
at least they turn,
you know what's happening.
Pretty obvious there, but...
So a question about damage numbers in the replays. I think that's something you're working on, right?
Yeah, that's actually... Cedric's working on that, and he's got it, I think, 90% complete. So that should be in the next beta as well. So... whenever you click on someone, you see all the damage he deals and the damage he receives, just like in the normal game. It will work the same as there.
Yeah.
I think if you look at the overview for everyone, you won't see all the damage numbers because it's way too much.
Yeah. But when you're following a certain character, I guess you'll see his or her damage numbers. But if you're in overview, they're probably hidden, something like that. It's still
something we have to figure out during making it and see what works. Because if you see all the numbers, then it's probably one blur of numbers.
Yeah. A team fight with 6 people, that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work at all.
That'll probably be similar to the bug we had with it yesterday, where it showed all the numbers, but respawned them every frame. So basically you had numbers and 1 frame per second only.
Yeah.
That's probably what happens if you show all the numbers for everyone as well. Most of the interface has been made by Cedric. Cedric is an intern who's interning as a programmer here. Or well, he programmed it, and Olivier made all the art for it. So if you ever wondered what interns do at Runimo, that's one of the things they do. That's what programming interns might do. Yeah. There's one other small feature that we'd actually like to show. There was a little animation of this on the forum already. It said some characters now influence particles around them.
Oh yeah.
It's just a tiny thing, but it's a fun little addition. So I picked Ayla because she has a skill that shows this pretty clearly. For a lot of skills, like with explosions, if you blow away all the particles by a big explosion, then well, the explosion itself is so big that you don't really notice that much of it. But with Ayla, you actually do.
Yeah, during the match we played.
Yeah, so as you can see here, I'm pulling the particles from the team wall to me, and I'm pulling the particles from the heal pod to me.
You don't get healed by the particles, though.
No, you don't get healed by the particles. That's right.
There we go.
So not all particles react to this, but a lot of them do. So also, I think in case of this waterfall over here, yeah, as you can see here, I'm pulling the foam from the waterfall towards me here. We turn it off for a lot of things because if too many particles start moving, then at some point you won't really see what's happening in the game anymore. Some bullets are only particles, and they shouldn't just disappear.
Maybe we should wait for the bats in the background and try to.
Oh, well, they don't react because they're in the background. Yeah, sorry.
But during the match we played
bats.
for the replay, I also saw some of those things happening with explosions, which especially Ted's shotgun, it blew away some particles. It was really cool. It makes everything feel more alive.
Yeah.
It's a small addition, but a really neat one. Yeah. So, do we have anything else to show, or is that it?
I guess we can do some Q&A.
Yeah, let's do some questions.
We can